581d. It's a large, rocky, Earth-like planet, the nearest known. It's just possible that this world, or one like it, could in the future become home to the human race, a second sanctuary against the unforgiving blackness of space. Discovered in 2007, it's 7 times bigger than Earth. It orbits a star smaller and redder than our own, but it lies at just the right distance from its sun to allow water to exist on the surface. But even if this is the perfect home away from home, there is a fundamental problem we will have to overcome. Gliese is a very, very long way away. More than 20 light years from Earth. That's 120 trillion miles. To get some idea of this extraordinary distance and the challenge it presents, I'm going to imagine that we could hitch a ride on the fastest man-made object in existence. Voyager 1 was launched in 1977. Now over 30 years old, it's traveled more than 13 billion miles. Its mission so far has taken it to Jupiter and Saturn. By using their gravity to boost its speed, the little spacecraft has entered the record books. It might not look fast, but Voyager is racing through space at 11 miles a second. On Earth, 11 miles a second looks like this. It's 39,000 miles an hour. At this speed, we could circle the globe 1.5 times in an hour. So how long would it take a spaceship traveling at Voyager's speed to get to the nearest Earth-like planet, Gliese? The answer reveals the true scale of the cosmos. For even traveling at 11 miles a second, the journey to Gliese would still take over 350,000 years. I think we have a chance to become a lasting part of the ever-changing universe and to discover what other wonders it might hold. But to do this, we will have to develop new technology on an enormous scale. And that's going to take some serious engineering. If we could build a machine capable of traveling to other solar systems, we'd open up a fascinating possibility: the survival of the human race for billions of years. Present-day engineers have begun thinking about the principles of building such a ship. This is what it might look like. It could use atomic energy, or perhaps more exotic fuels such as antimatter, supplying it with enormous amounts of power. Yet I think the main challenges won't be technical. The first will be financial. The cost of constructing an interstellar spacecraft would be huge, and for the society that made it, there would be little payback. They would never see it again. So constructing such a machine will either be the greatest act of generosity in history, or it will have to be funded by the travelers themselves. And that raises the second problem. Even if it could travel mind-numbingly fast, say 1,000 times faster than Voyager, 11,000 miles a second, a journey to the nearest star system would still take 73 years.
Discovering a planet similar to Earth has long been an obsession for astronomers. Now NASA scientists say they have found the closest thing yet. Kepler 22b orbits a star not unlike our own Sun, and in theory at least is well positioned to have liquid water on its surface. The planet sits in what space scientists call the habitable zone of a solar system some 600 light-years away.
If you have water, if you have a source of heat, if you have the right chemistry going on and enough time for life to develop, that's when you can get life. We're not saying that there's life on this particular planet, but finding a planet which is like the Earth is one of the holy grails for astronomy.
3, 2, engine start.
The planet was found by the Kepler telescope, which was launched 2.5 years ago. The telescope is designed to hunt for distant planets by looking at 150,000 stars in a fixed area of the sky. The telescope's highly sensitive instruments can then register when a planet passes in front of its host star as the star's light dims by a minuscule amount. So far it has found hundreds of candidate planets outside our solar system, just a handful of which showed any characteristics similar to Earth. But it is this one, Kepler 22b, which NASA scientists believe is the closest thing to a twin Earth they have ever seen.